Boogaloo coming to you, another episode of WrestleRoni. I'm excited. I brag all the time. I've got an eye for talent. And did I pick a diamond in the rough for you tonight? Right in front of you, one of my personal favorites from the VCW roster, among many other rosters, he'll tell you. The one and only, up and coming, Colton Quinn. How you doing, my man?
I'm good. That was a good introduction. I like that.
Well, thank you. I'm glad I'm doing my part. I hear you're doing your part. I saw it all over social media last night. I hear you had a banger with Izzy Lambert. What can you tell
Yeah.
me about that one?
Oh man, Izzy can go. Izzy can go. Um, it was fun, man. It was fun. We were the first match, kicked off the show, and promoter came back, said, "Hey man, just try and steal it." And we tried. We tried.
Hell yeah, man. I can't wait to see that one. There's no doubt in my mind that you two killed it. This was the second match between you guys, right?
Yeah. So actually, at the end of 2021, I had my first match, and it was Izzy.
Oh, no. The
Yeah,
first
yeah,
match
and
is
he
Izzy Lambert? Oh, no.
Yeah, and he beat me. And last night I beat him, so we're 1-1. So we gotta figure that out.
That's a come up, man, whether you realize it or not. Getting your ass kicked first go round and just a bit over a year later you beat the guy. That says good
Yeah,
things about where you're going.
yeah.
And recently, Fight TV. I mean, VCW's treating you well. It looks like. How you feeling
Yeah.
about your run in VCW so far?
VCW is another place. It's always a fun time there. The fans are great. Um, man, VCW has talents. There's so many matches there I'd like to have.
Yeah.
And again, big thank you to Beastman for that. That was a lot of trust, and I really appreciate that.
Hell yeah. You know what I appreciate? There's not enough redheads getting love in the wrestling
Yeah,
business.
yeah,
And you've probably heard it, but I'm going to say it. You remind me of Blake Christian. You can
yeah.
go like he can. You look at the guy. It looks like I'm interviewing Blake Christian.
Oh man,
Do
no,
you hear
no,
it?
I don't. Oh, he's got some years, man. He can go. I do not think I'm there yet, but I would love to get there someday for sure.
The potential's there. That's my point for sure. Yeah, Blake Christian's on a level a lot of pro wrestlers aren't on. Let's just
Yeah,
be honest.
yeah, for sure.
But the potential's there, and like I say, I've got three beautiful red-haired girls. My beard's red as the wind, so I appreciate you giving some representation out there. We need more red-haired wrestlers. I think a lot of them's dyeing their hair. Don't dye your hair.
No, I'm not. I thought about it, but I'm not.
Don't, please don't. Represent us well. You're killing it, man. You're killing it. Recently the match with Jake Ely at VCW, I liked. How's your feelings on Jake Ely?
Jake Ely, oh, he's good. He's good. Man, he was so much faster than some of the guys I've worked before.
Mm-hmm.
He just, and he's smart too. He's very smart. Um, oh man, Jake Ely was good. I'd like to give that another go too, for sure. It was fun to work with him. Um, and he's young too. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
But I think he said he has like, I think he said 5 years. I could be wrong, but yeah, he can go.
Well, if the fucker'd ever give me an interview, we'd find out how many years he has.
Yeah,
You know. Well, so we'll get him on here soon enough. I'll have to pull some strings. Tim Cross, I know you're listening. Let's make that happen. Enough about him. So you say you're just a little over a year in the game.
yeah.
Not many folks over a year in the game are on pay-per-views. Do you realize that? I mean, your talent is one thing, but you're getting some blessings along the way.
Yeah, yeah. Oh man, that first one, the Friday night, the free one.
Mm-hmm.
Um, man, that was crazy because I seen like all my friends and family like share it on Facebook and stuff, and that was just it was very like oh I was so appreciative of that night. Like it was a very good night.
And I don't think a lot of you guys realize how big that was on Fight TV. I mean, that's an international
Yeah,
deal trending on Fight, so it's something the
yeah,
whole
yeah,
crew should be proud of.
yeah, and just for me to be on that card, the trust there. Like I appreciate that. It was fun. It was a good show. Very, very, very surreal night.
For sure, surreal for me. And I mean, I wasn't in the ring, but I was close enough, so I understand where you're coming from. Let's take it backwards. When did you decide, hey, I'm going to give this a try?
Oh man, I've been watching wrestling since I was like 5 or 6, and I think when I hit like I was 12 or like my early teens, I was like, I really want to do this. I actually wanted to do it for my senior project, but she said she'd fail me if I did it on pro wrestling. So
Really?
yeah, she said it wasn't a sustainable future, and
This
it need,
bitch that
yeah,
put a chip on your shoulder?
it needed to be a realistic one. So I ended up building like a TV stand or something. Said I was going hard, but yeah, just when I got out of high school, I planned to go straight to our training center in Mansfield,
Mhm.
and just life and other things played into that. So then, right when COVID started, I like started getting shape again, and after COVID, ASWA, the training center in Mansfield, they posted something on their Facebook page like they're allowed to hold tryouts and stuff again, and I instantly emailed them,
Mhm.
and I did that Saturday. So I was I've wanted to do it since like teenage years, but I didn't get to it until I was 24.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, still, you're still young, so you got in there. You got, how was the training? Was it what you expected, or did it?
Oh my goodness, dude. I remember afterwards he told me to like go home and let my body talk to me and give him an answer.
Mhm.
And I gave him the money and I was like, no, you need to take this because like in my mind, if I leave, I'm not coming back. It was intense, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, very intense.
Well, obviously, you hung in there. Very smart, very smart. Here's my money. Now I have to come back. I like
Yeah,
that attitude. Very smart.
right.
So, how long until you get to have your first match?
I trained for I want to say 5 to 6 months,
Mm-hmm.
and then we did a show in Urbana, Ohio, for USW, and he booked me on that card against Izzy.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's go into the first match with Izzy. Because, oh
Oh,
my.
oh man,
Was it
I
just, hey,
remember
you're going to go out there and Izzy's going to whip your ass and try to land as
it
safe as
was it
possible?
was like that, and it was my first match, so I was very very nervous. I remember like barely talking on the ride there, and then like I came out and the fans reacted exactly how I wanted to. And working with Izzy was it was so I trained with Izzy, so it was comfortable, but man, he definitely threw me around, or at least I felt he did. I remember being so sore after that match. It was definitely an experience. It's like you walk through the curtain and everything's there. So it was an experience, and the match was received very well, and I can't complain about that match. It wasn't too bad.
Good. Good. And from there, I mean, you're off to the races. The first match, Izzy Lambert, and you survive and you come back for more. Then, the way I look at it, I think they kind of tested you too. So,
Yeah.
congratulations. So, that being said, obviously now you're having matches. What's been your favorite match, your favorite personal match of yourself so far?
Oh man.
Or three, or four, or five? We
Between
got an
I'm
hour.
gonna be honest, between the one I had last night and then I had one against Manson Crane on our December show
Mm-hmm.
in Mansfield, and I really enjoyed that one. Um, my match against Axel Fury, I really enjoyed that. But there's a guy in Marion also. It was Chris Castle. That was for the longest time. That was my favorite match. Just the way it ended and everything. It was just great.
Oh yeah. It sounds like you're getting a lot of matches under your belt in this time. Are you pretty busy?
Yeah, usually 2 to 3 shows a month recently has been the thing. So there's there's some shows I'd like to still get on, so just hop in a car and go. But yeah, it's usually 2 to 3 a month.
Good. That again, that shows you're doing something right because hell, there's a lot of guys in the game. You know, some choose not to work that much, but obviously you're young, wanting to get your reps
Right.
in. So
Hmm.
good on you, man. So you're making the journey, you're doing the thing. I'm just rambling to myself, thinking where we're going to go with the next one here. But who's some other guys that you're in the locker room? You might peek through the curtain to get some inspiration from or take tips from.
Oh man. Oh man. So many. I like talking to Matt Taylor when I get the chance.
Hell yeah.
Um, Patrick Hayes. Patrick Hayes really, really has a good mind on him.
Mm-hmm.
Madman Fulton, Izzy, obviously, like teaming our opponents, always good. Learn from Izzy. Some guys here in Mansfield, we got Robbie Collins, JJ DeVille, and then obviously my trainer, Jimmy Lee.
Mm-hmm.
He, I have any questions, I can always go right to him, and he helps me. So yeah, there's been a lot of guys that have helped me. Beastman, like I take anything anyone can give me. I just like try and understand what they're saying and like apply it.
For sure, for sure. I'm the first to say I'm not in the ring, so I'm not doing near what you guys are doing. But at the same time, I'm younger in the business than you are, so I'm taking these bits of advice, like you said, any bits of advice I can get, just on how to carry myself or what to do here, what to do there. So I definitely understand what you're saying there. Lost my train of thought to where I was going with that, but you'll have that sometimes. Uh, whenever who that's what I was going to ask. Who would you like to work? Some of these local guys that you see working that you haven't worked yet. Who would you like to get in the ring with?
Oh man, if we're talking Mansfield, like everywhere I've gone, like oh Mansfield for sure. I would love to wrestle Jimmy at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Me and JJ are actually in this Fatal 4-Way. TLC on actually next month,
Oh boy.
February 11th. It's for our Universal Championship. It's me, JJ, and two other guys, so that's going to be a match I can check off.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to wrestle Robbie. And VCW, Matt Taylor, Jimmy Shane, Patrick Hayes, Zeke Mercer. Oh my God, I want to wrestle Zeke Mercer for sure.
Ooh.
Yeah, Cowpoke.
Yeah.
Remy even.
Yeah.
If I was in a tag team, Rad Boys and Saturday Night for sure.
Yeah.
Zanesville when I'm out there, I'd love to wrestle Gary Gandy. Oh man, Aaron Graves, Theo Strong. He's
Yeah.
from Ohio. Yeah, Theo can go. Theo's really good. I mean, I want to work Beastman. There's a lot of names, a lot of them.
You're a brave man coming on here calling out Beast Man. Holy
Yeah.
shit. Okay. Got a TLC match coming up. If you survive that, you would like to get in the ring with Beast Man. You also mentioned Matt Taylor. The way he's going, man, you lose to Matt Taylor in VCW, he might be telling you what to do for the rest of your life.
Yeah. Oh, he's such a talent, though, man.
Yeah,
I would love to lock up with Matt Taylor.
Worth the risk. Definitely worth the risk. Yeah, you threw some names. As far as Theo Strong, I just saw him in action for the first time last weekend and impressed the hell out of me.
Yeah. He just won the title last night in Marion. So.
Oh yeah.
He is very good. Very good.
I'm going to have to find him on Facebook. I'm going to talk to some folks that know his real name because I was not aware of that. And he definitely, let me tell you about Theo Strong. I handed him my phone to take a picture of me and Isaiah Thomas. And I get my phone back. The pictures of me and Isaiah Thomas are on there. Isaiah Thomas, Jesus Christ, it wasn't a basketball player. Isaiah Wolf, my apologies, prolific. My God. But the pictures with the great Isaiah Wolf that I've watched for years, and I know his name, I swear to God, were there. But before that were about three pictures of Theo Strong. So that tells you what this guy's about.
Yeah.
Man, okay, to my listeners, I've been up an hour. I got up for this interview. Bear with me. You're going to have to carry the interview, my man. I'm sorry. I'm
Oh
all over the
no.
place. Obviously, you've been killing it, and you want some big matches in the future. Tell me about the TLC match coming up. That's got to be exciting and a little bit
Yeah.
scary at the same time, or am I wrong?
No, no, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. That's an environment you don't know, man. Anything can happen. Um,
Is it in
so
West Virginia?
no, no,
Good,
it's in Mansfield.
good, because West Virginia tables don't break. So okay,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
go ahead. I'm sorry.
Um, just it's been like a whole year, man. Back in February, I broke my arm,
Mm,
and Micah was the somewhat blamed for that. So when I came back, we did our big blow off with me and Micah for breaking my arm.
okay.
And a few shows later, I wrestled Asylum. And this whole year, I've been going back and forth with this group, which is the status symbols. And JJ and Micah got into something, and me and Asylum, we're still not finished. So we all three want a shot at JJ. So what better way than to handle it this way?
Oh shit. Okay.
All of us can just take everything that we have against each other and just put it right there.
I like it. I like it. It sounds like there's some build, which you got to have some build to have a match of this craziness, you
Yeah.
know. So,
Yep.
what's the game plan going into something like that?
Oh man. I know I just gotta climb that ladder, man. But
You're
there's
agile and you're fast, so
right, but it's not a one on one.
yeah.
There's two other people in there too. So and I
Lord.
know what they both can do, so we'll see. We'll definitely see.
Well, we're pulling for you. We're pulling
Thank
for you.
you. Thank you.
Damn right. Damn right. So the winner gets a title shot.
It's for the ASWA Universal Championship, which JJ holds.
Got you.
Or it's
Got okay.
vacant. It's actually vacant at this time. So
Okay.
he did hold it, but it was stripped because of the ending of their last match.
Okay, so if you get up that ladder and grab the title, we got Colton Quinn as a champion, huh?
Yeah, yep.
And will that be your first championship?
It would be. It would be. So yeah, that's another thing that I'm focused on for
Mm.
sure. It'll
Yeah,
be the first one.
you're definitely. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care how long you've been in it. You've been killing it. You're due. You definitely
Thank you.
deserve the shot. So definitely, all I'm rooting for you, and we're pulling for you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
2023, we're all setting goals. Besides holding that belt, what other goals you got for this year?
Oh man. Um like personally just stay in shape. And then like I said, there's those matches I want. I would love there's some other like quote unquote bigger names I would love to work too, but I personally feel like I'm not there yet. So it's just not on my radar yet.
Right on. But in a perfect world, who's these bigger names?
Oh God.
Next year,
Sam,
maybe.
Sammy Callahan,
Oh, God.
Trey Miguel.
Yeah.
Um, in all honesty, if we were going AEW, Lance, I'd love to work with Isaiah Cassidy because I think he's talented.
Yes. Thank you.
Um, man, oh God, there's so many. But again, like I'm really this year just focused on locally.
Yeah.
Like Matt Taylor is seriously a big one. That's definitely a big. Oh, I would love to team with Will again and face Warhorse.
Yeah.
Face them again. But
No.
yeah, other than that, man, not much besides just local matches that are really goals.
For
There's a
sure.
title in Marion that I'd like to shoot for that Theo currently holds, but
Okay. Oh, I want to see that one. I want to see that.
yeah,
He was recently on the show I was on. Like I was on the show, the show that I recorded. He was in a four-way with Benny Conley, Billy Knox. Who else was in that bad boy? It was a crazy four-way match. It went everywhere. Theo didn't get the win. Man, my memory's shit this morning. It was an awesome match. Benny won, of course, because Benny holds every other championship that you're not going for.
yeah.
Benny Conley, my goodness. He recently, there's a bit of controversy over his match with Super Oprah. What's your stance on this while we're speaking of that?
Man, I don't know. There's a man, Super Oprah gets a pop though. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean?
For
Like
sure.
the fans are behind that 100%. But Benny Conley does what he needs to, man. I just it's not the best way, but he always gets there.
He does. He's if he has a game plan by hook or by crook, he's going to make it happen.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Since we're back on the VCW stuff, I'm sure you've been watching this stuff when you're not wrestling. Who's impressed the hell out of you besides Matt Taylor? You said Matt Taylor enough. Besides Matt Taylor,
I want that
who's
match to
impressed
happen.
you?
Um, Zeke Mercer for sure,
Yeah.
for sure. Cowpoke. Um, Damian Chambers, man, he's really good too.
Yup.
Um, man, like I said, and then Patrick Hayes, just because he's so smart.
Yeah.
He's so smart, man. Uh, and the tag team division looks really good too. Like
Yeah.
really, really good. Um, I don't know what's going on with Remy and his little thing, but
You still like
I
the guy, huh?
I got my eye on it. They're impressive. I'll give them that.
Quite a stable has been
Yeah,
formed.
for
Quite a
sure.
stable. Yeah, good luck with those because yeah, they're gonna be throwing their weight around. There's no doubt in my mind. We
Yeah.
got we got a huge main event coming up the next show. Saturday night special. Mount Kilpa's been brewing forever. Losing team is no longer a team. What team you want to see split up? What team you want to see win?
Oh man. Who do I want to win?
Who do you want? Who would you like to see? The other team's a team no more. So peace to you.
Man, for career wise, I'd love to face Saturday, but uh I'm gonna have to pull for my boys, man. Mount Kilpis.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to. I gotta stay loyal.
Okay. Hey, I understand. Two great guys. Of course, I'm pulling. If you know anything about Spooky Lou, I'm Saturday Night Special all day.
Yeah.
Super. Yeah, those are my dudes. They're assholes, but they're my assholes.
I
So
know I'm a fan of both. That's a hard one, man.
I know. Like, why'd they have
That's
to
like
throw that stipulation in there?
that's like Taker and Michaels at 26. Like you love both of them, but like if you pull for your favorite, the other one's not here anymore.
There you go. Yep, you're exactly right. That's a good way of
Yeah.
putting it. For West Virginia, you guys heard it. That's our Taker and Michaels. That makes perfect sense to me.
Well, don't quote me on that.
Well, I mean, that's my quote then. Hell yeah, I'm going to
Yeah.
let you have it. I said it. No, I keep throwing it back to VCW because they got a huge pay per view coming up. I'm a huge fan. But what other promotions are you working for that I'm not mentioning?
I'm like my home promotion is ASWA.
Okay.
I've done stuff for USW in Urbana,
Hmm.
um, Midwest Championship in Marion.
Okay.
I've done some stuff in Zanesville for Desire,
Okay.
which that's another one. Like people, like when they start putting their stuff up, definitely check it out. Definitely check that out.
Okay. Put it up,
Um,
Desire.
yep. And then I've been in. It's just one time Muncie, Indiana. It was Indiana Powerhouse Wrestling,
Okay.
and that was a lot of fun too. That's a good little spot. It was fun.
If it's
But
Indiana.
other than that, like I'm looking to get more like I'm kind of searching out of Ohio a little bit. Like I
Hmm.
know there's a RSW that someone might be watching that knows a little about that.
Yeah.
I would love to go there,
Hell
uh,
yeah.
for sure. There's I'm not like good with the names yet. Still, I just recently started like looking into going out further. That's like a goal for 2023.
Yeah, and who can keep
So
track of all the names? My God.
yeah, I just gotta find all of them and then like reach out and hop in a car and go show my face.
Well, I've already been in the right people's ears about getting Colton Quinn in RSW. I promise you that.
Thank you.
For sure. Oh, man. Like you said, you and Zeke Mercer. he's our champion. So
Right.
don't get butt hurt if you don't get an
Right. I know.
automatic
I
match with
know.
the.
I know. I watch it. I see it. I
Okay.
know.
Well, if you watch it, if you can't have Zeke, who would you like to face in RSW?
Oh man, Zach Myers is there, right?
Yup.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Um.
And we got
Hmm.
Remy.
Yeah, Remy is there.
He's our
Remy's
internet
there.
champion.
Oh, Remy would be fun too.
Yeah.
Remy would. Yeah, that'd be fun. That would be good.
If I was to
Um.
book it, if I'm the booker, I'm putting you against Brother Duzan. I don't know if you saw this guy. He's part of the murder. He's really coming into his own lately, and
Oh wait, yeah, yeah, I do know. He wears like the camo and stuff, right?
he's the one diving off everything.
Yeah, yeah, it
Yep,
paints his face.
yep.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yep.
Good, good dude. Sorry to blow up your scene, Duzan, but you're a good dude, and yeah, I think you guys could create magic. Frat Daddy is another one we have. Very well versed wrestler, been around for years. Does some of the training. He's damn good. I'd like to see you and Frat Daddy. There's matches for days we can book for Colton Quinn. So that's my hell yeah. That's one of my new goals for 2023. We're bringing Colton Quinn. Might not even be West Virginia. We run Ohio. We run Pennsylvania. Shit, we'll get Colton Quinn and RSW one way or the other.
All right.
Yeah. So that'd be cool. That'd be cool. We mentioned some of the other promotions you're looking at. Okay, here's one I haven't thrown to somebody in a while just because I can't think of a better question, so sorry. If AEW offers you a contract, WWE offers you a contract, same set of dates, same amount of money, where do you go?
Oh man, I was
Mm-hmm.
hoping you'd say a third one.
New Japan does too.
Oh no, I'm looking for Impact, man.
You want Impact?
There's
Okay,
so
go
many
into
guys.
that.
There's so many guys there I want to work. If I was there, man, like if I was on that level, which I'm not. I'm not. I have years, man. I got years.
Mm-hmm.
Um, years to go, but there's so many people there that I would love to have a match with. So, but if I had to pick between AEW and WWE, I think I would say WWE
Okay.
just because, again, like I'm thinking matches, you know.
I got
So,
you. Okay.
yeah,
I like the answer. Nobody said Impact. Impact doesn't get enough love, so thank you for that.
I've always been an Impact like kid when it was around six-sided ring still.
Okay.
That like really, really, really kept my focus on wrestling.
Good. I'm glad somebody's giving their due. And you've hung around. You didn't fall off like a lot of folks have.
No, no, I've watched so many friends just not care anymore, but no, I never fell off.
Hell yeah. Same here. Same here. I can appreciate that more than you know. Because I get it. I get it. Believe me, I do. It's not for everybody, but I think guys like me and you, it's just in our blood, and that's what we're programmed to do, man.
Right.
I was put on this earth to do something pro wrestling related. God did not make me an athlete, so obviously He did you. So good on you.
Oh man, it took work. I still have such a long way to go. Such a long way.
Did you
But
did you play sports in high school?
yeah, I did, but I couldn't keep my grades up. So
I got you. That happens. That
yeah,
happens. Believe me, I couldn't keep my grades up not doing sports. So
I would like go to tryouts or open gyms, and it was great. And then the season would start, and it was like, you don't have grades, so you might as well like not do it. Okay.
fair enough. That's funny. Okay, what was it that you found? What got your attention on wrestling? Where did the love come from?
When I was younger, it was just really cool that people were getting thrown around and jumping off things.
Right.
But as I got older, it was like every week I was just watching like this. It was like a continuing story, so it just always kept my attention.
Right on. Did you watch WWE back then? 'Cause I know you watched Impact. Was yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I actually was one of the like super nerds in high school, and I would find Ring of Honor and stuff on YouTube and all of that. And so I wasn't the basic fan that's just like at the time was WWE or Impact. I was always looking for something on YouTube or whatever.
Hell yeah. Good. Good. Awesome. We mentioned Ring of Honor. The times we're in. Give me your favorite Jay Briscoe memory.
Oh man,
I know. There's a plenty.
I know because I loved his single stuff too when he was
Mm-hmm.
champion. Like him and Adam Cole was cool.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Briscoes and Machine Guns were sweet.
Yeah.
Um, man,
Hell, I'm
that is
thinking.
a hard one.
Mm-hmm. I like the stuff with the Bucks. I'm trying to
Yeah,
think of the TLC match. I didn't call it TLC, of course, but I think it was them and the Bucks and somebody, and that match was amazing. The
was
recent,
that them Bucks and Machine Gun,
I
or
think
was
it
it
was.
Daniels and?
Yes, it was. You got it. Daniels and it was SCU. I know that.
It was Scorpio Sky and Kazarian.
Okay,
Mm,
that was yeah.
yeah,
And the recent dog collar match with FTR. My goodness.
yeah. Oh, that whole trilogy was very, very good. Very
Mm-hmm.
good. Yeah, I've really liked the Briscoes for a long time.
If I can say anything while we're talking about Jay Briscoe, man, folks, just especially you guys on the road, wear your seatbelts, man.
Yeah,
Please. And you know what? I'm super guilty of it. And after that, I've got 3 little girls. I've got a wife. I'll always wear my. It's a shame that had to happen
yeah,
for me
yeah,
to do it. And I'm not down in the guy a bit because I would be the same way, not wearing a seat. But lesson learned is all I'm saying.
yeah. That's always an eye opener when you have someone like, even when you were in high school. Like I said, I found him on Ring of Honor.
Hmm.
Um, like even their match with the Wolves.
Yeah.
So that was a team that I always enjoyed. So like just seeing that and like remembering like when you found them and like how it still impacted your decision to
Mm-hmm.
wrestle. Like I didn't know him personally at all, but from a fan standpoint, it was sad. It was sudden for sure.
For sure. And that's a good point. I didn't know him personally either, but when you watch these guys for so long, every week of your life, you do know him. I don't care. There's enough promos, there's enough matches. You do feel like you know him, and it was a shock to everybody. It hit and it hit hard. God, just a tragedy, man.
Yeah,
And there and his brother's birthday was the next day. Like,
I
come
know.
on,
Yeah, yeah,
ridiculous. So thoughts and prayers to the Briscoe family, dude. The
absolutely.
match on the farm they had fairly recently, that was a fun one. Those guys
Yeah,
just always had fun. And
right.
on my channel, I've got a few of their promos they cut over the last year. And man, talk about every time I look at my phone, there's a comment or something from a fan talking about what the Briscoes meant to them. And
Yeah.
so yeah, I'm over here living it just daily, just getting these comments. So it's wild, man. So yeah, when you're on the road out there, wear your seatbelt for Spooky
Yeah.
Lou, please. Speaking of which, I know you're not really in a spot to give any advice. You're so in, so I don't want to put you in that spot. But still, somebody that's thinking about getting into the business and training, what advice could you give them?
Oh man. Um. Well, don't come in it with ego, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Always be willing to listen, because there's a lot of good guys out there that'll give you very, very good advice. There's also, I'm already learning, a lot of crap guys out there that give you crap advice, um, or just want to tear you apart and tear you down, like they're not helping at all.
Mm-hmm.
But always accept advice. Like when you walk in a new locker room, introduce yourself, be polite, shake hands. Um, and if you're just starting out and your trainer wants to tell you something, listen to your trainer. He's your trainer for a reason.
Yeah.
Like, listen to him. Um, Again, I'm very blessed with a very good trainer. So anything he says. I try and absorb it. And any of the guys that are in there training with us, when I first started, I was a little hesitant. Like, they'd be like, stop rushing. And I'm like, okay. And I didn't really get what they meant, but now I'm starting to. So, like, always listen. It might feel like they're tearing you apart, but they're just trying to help. And be ready for this to take like 80% of your life. So,
Right.
like, come into this, make it your life. Like, let people understand that it's your life so they support you, but it's got to become your life. Like, if you're doing this, you got to love it. You have to.
Yeah. And that's a damn good point. People aren't going to understand because it's wrestling, and unless you have that love for wrestling, people don't understand. Believe me. I just had an
Right.
argument with my father this week, and I'm almost a 40-year-old man arguing with my dad about wrestling. But
Like, I'm very blessed because my job gets it too. Like,
good.
they could easily be like, hey, I don't want you to have this time off. Like, no, don't take the time off to go to this stupid wrestling show. But they've never told me no. Never.
Good.
Actually, that Friday for Beast Man, I left work at 3, got there. The show had already started.
Okay.
Our match stayed after. We got back at like 3 a.m. I went to work at 7 that day.
Hell yeah.
And I left work and went to another show in Zanesville.
Look at that. Good. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I bet you was beat after all that when it was
Oh,
all
man,
said and done.
next Sunday. Like, that's usually what I do on my Sundays is just sleep or watch TV.
Good. Because it sounds like you earned it.
Yeah.
You got to figure it out, man. You're holding down the shoot job and wrestling. Good. But again, it's awesome your job understands, because good luck with that to a lot of folks. So going forward, I mean, we looked at what you want in 2023. As far as the rest of the scene in 2023, even what Colton Quinn's not involved in, what would you like to see improve or change, if there's anything you can improve or change?
Are we talking like indies?
The indies, yeah, because the WWE don't give two shits about what we want, and AEW, I think they're doing all right.
That like religiously in a long time.
Okay.
Like, yeah. Honestly, like, there's so many good tag teams on the indies. You know what I mean? I wish like some shows would do like more with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, bring them in all the time. Build stories like solid. Like, VCW has solid stories around all of its teams.
Yep.
So, and I feel like women's wrestling doesn't get a lot of love either. You know?
Yep.
And
there's some talented ladies.
There's not that many, but most of the ones I've seen are like really good. You know? So Independence. I wish that got a little more. But other than that, like, I don't think a lot has to change. I think a lot of it's working, and it shouldn't change.
I agree. Yeah, I've said it, and I'll say it again. I think I say it every episode. There's no better time to be a wrestling fan. I've watched it since 1991, and to me, this is the greatest era. You've got young kids like yourself that have the right attitude and can work like a motherfucker. And you have the right people in the right spots that aren't jaded and bitter, giving the kids a shot, giving good advice. Those shitty ones you spoke about, they'll be weeded out soon enough. I'm seeing it happen with my own eyes. So hang in there. They'll be gone soon. Now, I'm not going to ask who's pissed you off, because we ain't going to do that. But I understand where you're coming from. They're everywhere. But you'll have that in wrestling. It's just wrestling's crazy. Try to explain to the average Joe how different wrestling is from normal life, or a normal job at that.
Oh man. Well, wrestling is like, in my opinion, it's like being a rock star for a night. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, whether you're cheered or booed, like, the real life me doesn't matter at that point. You know what I mean?
I get it.
it's a lot more exciting than just clocking in, I guess. Like, if
Sure.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's just there's separation and balance, you know. You're you're gonna be on a show probably 2 to 3 hours, like most shows.
Mm-hmm.
Where at work you're like 9, 10, 12 hours.
Right.
But the environment's different. You know what I mean? It's like I said, like your normal life doesn't matter at that point.
Yeah.
You're getting ready to go out there and entertain people. Um, I don't know. It's like hard to put in words how to explain how it's different.
I get it. I get it. I think there's a lot more respect. Respect's a big deal in wrestling,
Yeah.
more than it would be at a job. But at the same time, there's more of that brotherhood. There's more love, and there's
Mm.
more pats on the back and good jobs.
Right.
So I don't know. That's maybe I should start having a script, but I pride myself in not having a script, so I'm just firing whatever comes to mind here. Is there anything as far as you need to get off your chest to folks, or are you doing good? You're happy. Everything's going well,
Yeah, yeah. I'm doing pretty well actually. Got to change the look recently, so that freshens things up.
right?
Designing new gear now. Uh, Life's good, you know.
Good. Good.
Hopefully, continue getting bookings because that's like my sanity right there is wrestling. So,
Mm.
be cool to do more shows.
Hell yeah. Well, if a promoter's smart, they're going to book you on a show because you're going to have a good match with Colton Quinn. As far as some of the younger VCW guys, I tell you what, I like to see you and Jason Hendricks mix it up. Have you saw much of that dude?
Yeah. I haven't seen a lot of him. No, sadly. Like I watched his last stuff at VCW, and he's talented.
Mm.
Uh, I don't know how young he really is. Like,
He's brand spanking new too.
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's one to keep an eye on the come up. I'd like to see you two do it. Hell, that could be something we could book for RSW. See, I'm over here booking now. So probably get some shit for that, but whatever. No, I do. I want to get you down here in RSW. I'll sit here and fantasy book Colton Quinn and RSW all day. I think that'd be a good time. But we're looking forward to VCW. That's what I'm trying to preview on the show this week. Big pay per view
Okay.
coming up. What I think I've asked you who you'd like to face, but if you could pick your spot on that show, who would you face?
Oh man. Pick my spot. Like what on the card?
Well, you can't have Maine.
Right.
We're going to give you the opener, so you're going to fight
Opener?
Yeah, you're not fighting Izzy Lambert, and you're not fighting Madman.
Right. An
But the
opener?
opener's important.
Oh man. I think I could open with Benny Conley.
Oh my, hell yeah!
Yeah.
What's the
I
strategy there?
haven't got to talk to him much, man. I haven't got to like really chop it up with him much.
He's a sweetheart. If you approach him, I guarantee you're fine.
Yeah. How long has he been doing it?
Oh my God, I'm guessing 20 years.
Really?
Yeah, he's had some big time matches. Him and Jason Kincaid. Oh my, Benny Conley. Yeah, and right now holding like
yeah,
3 belts.
Kincaid's a talent too. Kincaid is talented too.
That's one we need down the road too.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So yeah, hey man, you open the show with you and Benny. That would be a fun one because the dude, yeah, he's got his comedy and stuff, but he can go.
Yeah.
Just watch your eyes; you might get pink eye now.
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
just saying. So yeah, I definitely hope to see you at that show. Hope you're on the show because it's gonna be another banger. Like I say, VCW is something special. So for you to be a part of that, I'm sure you don't take it for granted, but it's definitely a special group that you should be happy to part of. Here we go. Yeah. If you could tag okay, you got a tag match now. The opener's been changed to a tag match. You're fighting the Rad Boys. So who are you going to tag with to fight the Rad Boys?
Oh man. Can I bring someone from my promotion in?
Yeah, we'll let you do. We're not paying them though.
Oh no. Oh man. If I had to tag for my promotion, I'd definitely tag with JJ.
Okay.
If I had to tag with someone from there, I'm taking Cowpoke.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Ah, you know
for
what you're
sure.
doing. You ain't taking an L there. Cowpoke's been killing it.
For sure.
I'll
He's
just
booked like every weekend, like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Just unbelievable. I just watched a crazy bull rope match he had. Just
Was
Lee
that with
Moriarty.
Dillinger?
I believe. I believe the Great Alexander. I think.
Oh, I seen something he did with Dillinger that was pretty good.
Okay. He just fought Lee Moriarty.
I seen that. Yeah, I don't think the match is posted yet, though, is it?
I don't think it is. I don't think
Yeah.
it is. But I saw some clips. I can't. I'm looking forward to that one. Do you watch a lot of the Pittsburgh scene? Anybody in the Pittsburgh scene that catches your eye?
I'm new to it recently when I talked to Remy actually.
Okay.
So I've just recently been seeing what they've been posting and stuff. So like on Instagram and stuff. So I'm still pretty new to it. I
Okay.
don't really know a lot over there, but like I know obviously like Mercer's over there, SNS, Remy. Like I know they're over there.
Oh yeah, a lot of talented dudes right there. A lot of talented dudes. We mentioned Remy a few times. He is the first ever VCW champion.
Yeah.
What do you, does he deserve that spot? What's Remy LeVay mean to you?
Man, Remy works hard. Like if we're going just full out, Remy works really hard, man. That was very, very well deserving for
Yeah.
sure. For sure. Um, but I know there's a lot of people in the locker room that are gonna want him now though.
Yep.
I think one of them might be Izzy Lambert. So
Okay. Oh dear, that match. Oh
yeah.
my.
So now I'm fantasy booking.
Yeah. Hey, that's what the show's turned into.
Yeah.
That would be a good one. That would be a wild one because Remy can get wild. He can get
Yeah.
wild.
Oh, Remy and Madman would be good too.
Yeah.
I'd love to see Remy and Chambers go at it again. That was great.
Oh my. A
That was
classic.
awesome.
A classic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was good.
And here in RSW, Zeke Mercer recently turned on him. So I see it coming down the pike. We're getting Remy LeVay and Zeke Mercer in RSW, and I can't
Okay, yeah,
wait
that's
for
going to
that.
be a banger for sure.
Oh my.
For sure.
And I just posted a match with Zeke Mercer and MV Young from RSW on the channel. I highly encourage you or the listeners to check that out because
All right.
phenomenal.
Okay.
Also, we got Beastman versus Brohemoth. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Brohemoth. Huge, almost Beastman size. And these dudes are doing planches and going off the top rope and
Yeah.
drop kicks. Like, what?
Yeah.
There we go.
Cannonball. I would not want to be on the other side
No.
of Beastman's Cannonball.
No.
No way.
I've heard it sucks. I've heard from
Man.
the right sources that it sucks. So, and that raises a good point. Now you got big men doing flying drop kicks and stuff off the top rope, kind of your cup of tea. What do you do to make sure you're standing out when the big guys are doing this?
Oh, man. Oh, it's so hard because now you get a little dangerous, you know?
Well, I'm the one that said it. I said it.
Or just get better at wrestling.
Okay.
Now big men's want to fly. We're going to have to learn to get on the ground.
There you go.
So adapt.
That's what wrestling is, right? Adapt,
Yeah.
evolve.
Yep.
And seriously, you couldn't have picked a better time to be born, to come to the right age, to be in this business, because there's opportunities for guys like yourself. I mean, there's always been opportunities, but now your style is appreciated more, in my opinion. What do I know? I'm just a wrestling fan, been watching for years, but to me, I think it's a good time to be you in the business. As far as what you've been around and everything, do the crowds seem legit? Do the locker rooms seem legit? Does it seem like a good time to be in the business?
Yeah. I've been on some like smaller crowds, but like the people that were there were still definitely like they loved being there.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't been in a bad locker room yet, man. I just I've shared locker rooms with a lot of people already, like for me being so young in it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, feel like I've met so many people through this, and I can't really complain about any of the locker rooms, man.
I
Like
get it.
there's some that you go in and you're like, oh man, these guys like, should I be here? You know what I mean? But
Mm-hmm.
they welcome you with open arms, man. Like I seriously haven't had a bad locker room yet.
Hell yeah. And same with my experience so far. Everybody's been super cool, super welcoming. Recently, I saw some of the negative, but it's kind of understandable. I, we'll save that for another show. I can't wait to chat up about that. But I was bragging. I will say this on the trip up. I was bragging about how cool locker rooms are and how I haven't had a negative experience. And maybe I jinxed it. Maybe I made it happen. Nobody was mean to me, but some
Yeah.
situations happen, which you get a bunch of guys. You'd mentioned ego earlier, and I'm the first to say I think ego is necessary in wrestling, but respect's necessary too. You got to know your
Yeah.
shit. You got to know your worth to go up the card to make your money, to have your spot. If you don't have that ego and belief in yourself, folks are gonna run all over you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. What do I know? I don't know. We're in
Like
the
like have your ego, but it's got to be balanced, you know? Like don't when I say ego, don't hold yourself above everyone, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like have it to where like you have enough self-respect to not be like treated like garbage, you know what I mean?
exactly.
But don't go in there and like belittle everyone else and make them feel small because you've been doing it longer and you don't like the ego that doesn't want to help, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Like don't just be all you and only you.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know like there's guys like I said they've been so respectful. Like they could have easily, because I'd be like 2 or 3 matches in, they could have easily just been like, "Well, you suck," and that's it. Like, but no, they came up and they offered me advice and they were very polite about it. And they're like main event guys, you know what I mean? So
Yep.
like have your ego, I guess, or self respect, I'll say, but don't like puff your chest at everyone else, man.
Yeah, exactly. I've asked so many guys, so many guys have told me, I just want to leave this business better than what I found it.
Yeah.
So it's those
Hmm.
guys going, Psh, you suck. What are you doing then? You
Now you're
know?
making me either feel like I suck or making me not ever like not even want to wrestle anymore.
Yeah, and that has happened. I've heard those stories, I've heard where people didn't even get out of training because they were just a bitch and just driving a guy around and,
Hmm.
taking abuse in training and shit. So,
Right.
but like I say, the idiots are getting weeded out. The wrestling business has never been better, in my opinion. But again, I've been in 3 locker rooms, so what do I know? But as far as a fan, because I'll never lose that side, I promise. As far as the product and how you can access something, it's streaming everywhere. To be a fan, there's no better time.
Right. I
We're head.
agree.
Go ahead. But I was going to say we're heading into the ending stretch. If there's any advice you can give my listeners, my viewers, anybody, as far as what's worked for Colton Quinn, and I think it'll work for you, have at it. And anything you want to sell, let folks know. Let them know.
Um, I just I was told this by two of the guys I've worked with before, and it just like stuck with me. Like, if you want to get into wrestling or anything in life, really, just like no matter what it is, you got to just like love it. You got to give it 100%, and that's what like carries me through all of it. Like that's how I can't say sanely, but I balance like work life, home life. Wrestling is like you just have everything you do. You have to like put your all into it.
Yeah.
And there's an opportunity. I'm not leaking it yet, but I have plans for later this year.
Okay.
And if I fail, I fail, but just get up and there's always another, I can always try that again.
Yeah.
But if we're promoting shows, do you mind if I promote mine for the
Of
people that might
course.
watch this?
Please
Yeah.
do.
All right. And February 11th, the Malabar School in Mansfield, Ohio. We're having our next show for ASWA. So I'm in a TLC, so everyone should definitely come watch it for sure.
For sure. For sure. What about the socials? Where can folks find you on the socials? You selling any
Oh,
t-shirts?
for Facebook, it's just Colton Quinn. I got the fan page and the just my personal page.
Okay.
Um, if you are a fan and you message me, I try my best to answer all of you, and I'm so sorry if I don't get straight to it. Instagram is Colton Quinn _pro, and that's the same with Twitter.
Cool. I'll get on there and give you a follow today, by God.
All right.
Man, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah.
Definitely has. Since day one, since the first time I saw you, I've been a fan. That's why I asked you on the show to hear a little bit of your story, and love to have you back.
Yeah.
Hope you have a great night when you win the title in a 4-way TLC match. I hope you
Yeah.
celebrate to the fullest. Post some pits with the belt. Would love to see it. And I look forward to seeing you again, man. You're rocking and rolling. I couldn't be prouder of you for what it's worth. You got a fan in West Virginia, in Monongah, West Virginia.
Thank you.
For you.
Thank you.
I thank you. Thank you for coming on. To my listeners, you know how we do. Don't take no shit. Believe in yourself. Treat each other kindly, please, for the love of God. Live your dreams. Go out there, give it a shot today. You might be surprised in the results. I know I am.
Yeah.
I love all y'all. I appreciate you listening, tuning in. Keep tuning in. We got crazy shit down the pike. All I ask of you, go do something with your life. I love you. Peace out.